So when I'm comparing prom between the front lawn and the hotel more, I loved prom at the hotel more. I just because it's more of a prom on the front lawn, we're still at the school, and it's still like still has that feel of it's like any other dance, quite frankly. Whereas prom on the hotel, at the hotel, we do the red carpet ceremony, then we walk to the buses, we get on the buses, we get to the hotel. It's a very formal event. It has more of a feeling of a prom as opposed to just your average quote unquote dance at the high school. You know what I mean? So there's a formality that is pretty unique to prom that is really nice, and I think that the kids respond to that. I think the kids enjoy it. Plus, I think I like the event lasts longer because kids are at a hotel and they're bus there and bus back, and they don't get to leave whenever they want. You know what I mean? So they're kind of forced to have a good time, and dance and have a good time, which is what we want. We want them to have fun. So from the thing I'm most proud of from this year's prom is that we had a great turnout. We had a lot of kids show up, and we had a good group of kids stayed for a long period of time on the dance floor. And that's where you can tell people are having fun. You know what I mean? When kids start to pull away and start to sit just at their tables by themselves, or start to just kind of roam around, or not, participate in what the main event of the evening is being out there with your friends, dancing, having a good time, joking around, doing all those fun things. When you could see that that's occurring, that to me is a sign of a successful event, right? And we got good feedback, and we got the kids out of there in a timely fashion so that they were, satisfied with the evening, had a really good time, and were able to go home. I think our the red carpet took way longer than it ever has. So I think that would probably be it. We the red carpet usually takes about an hour. In this instance, for whatever reason, it took an hour and a half roughly. And it wasn't because we had more people. I think it just was slower. So I'd have to evaluate that. I know that kids this year, more than any other year, did like poses or things at the red carpet, which definitely slowed us down. Kids would do multiple poses, or whereas in years past it was just, you walk down the red carpet, you pause for a second at that X, and then you're on your way to the bus, right? Now kids were doing different things, and I'm fine with that. It didn't really impact me, but it did slow down the event, and it's just something we weren't fully planned for. So we were about a half hour behind from where we anticipated being. Because of the red carpet. This year's prom is on a boat. Yes. So that is something, again, like I mentioned earlier, we do a lot of planning. You know what I mean? So this is going to be different. Like this will be a different prom, and we'll have to make sure we have some contingencies in place because it's going to be on a boat. The unique thing about being in a hotel versus being on a boat is if you're in a hotel and something happens and you need to do something, if you need to remove a student, or if a student gets sick and has to go off right away, you just walk them outside and do what you need to do, right? Or you call their parents and have them come pick them up, or whatever the thing is, you're ready for it, you could do it, you can execute it really quickly. If you're in the middle of Lake Michigan, circling on a boat somewhere, if we need to do something right then and there, how do we handle that, right? I mean, do we put the kid in a little rowboat and roll him to the shore? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of joking, but that is something that we have to have an answer for, and we will. I'm very confident that we'll have an answer. We'll be prepared. I just don't have it yet. The only thing I'm nervous about for next year's prom, and it has nothing to do with it being on a boat, and it's really not even nervous, it's just like more of an annoyance, is the fact that it's downtown in Chicago. We have to factor in all that transportation time. Getting to Rosemont is, it's going to take us 30 minutes. Let's say 30 minutes, right? Getting to Chicago, without traffic, it's going to take us an hour. With traffic, and now we're talking about like parking, getting all the kids dropped off, having to walk down Navy Pier. What if it's pouring rain? There's just there's a lot more we'd have to plan for and be prepared for. Because of weather, because of traffic, because of location, all of that is going to make next year's event a little harder to prepare for and plan for. But We'll make it work. We always do.
Yeah.